Hello everyone and welcome back to the class. Today in the series of circuit analysis we will study source transformation. Like we have used series parallel combination or delta Y combination for simplification purpose, in the same way the another technique is the source transformation. For simplification purpose it is more convenient to be able to substitute a voltage source in series with a resistor for a current source in parallel with resistor or vice versa. This substitution method is known as source transformation, and this source transformation is based on concept of equivalence. An equivalent circuit is the one whose VI characteristics are identical with the original circuit. A source transformation is the process of replacing a voltage source V in series with a resistor R by a current source in parallel with resistor R or vice versa. As earlier said that for simplification purpose we were using either series parallel, through which we were transforming our complex circuit into simple circuit, or using delta Y transformation so that our circuit was reduced into a more simpler form. In the same way, we will use source transformation where it is applicable. If you look at the figure, we have a voltage source in series with resistor R, and during circuit analysis, wherever it is required, you can replace this voltage source in series with resistor R by a current source with a resistor in parallel to this. Now we will analyze the equivalence of the given circuit. In one circuit we have a resistor in series with a voltage source, where on another side we have a current source parallel with resistor R. These two circuits will be equivalent if they have same voltage current relation at terminals A to B. If the sources are turned off, the equivalent resistance at terminal A and B in both cases is equal to R. As if voltage source is turned off, it will be replaced by a short circuit where the current source will be replaced by an open circuit. So equivalent resistance at terminal A and B in both cases will be equal to R. Now if in both the cases we short the terminals A to B, then the short circuit current will flow from A to B. In the first case, the short circuit current will be equal to voltage source divided by resistance in the circuit to the left hand side, where in case of right hand side the short circuit current will be equal to the source current, which is on the right hand side. So the left hand side current, which is source voltage divided by resistance, must be equal to source current on the right hand side. Then both circuit will be equivalent. So the source transformation required that source voltage must be equal to the source current multiplied by resistance, or source current must be equal to the source voltage divided by resistance. The source transformation is also applicable to dependent sources, provided that you must deal carefully with the dependent variables. A dependent voltage source in the series with a resistor can be transformed to a dependent current source in parallel with a resistor, or vice versa. Here you have to make sure that the following equation is satisfied, which states that voltage source value will be equal to the source current multiplied by resistance, or source current will be equal to source voltage divided by resistance. And the figure represents source transformation for dependent source. In left hand side we have a dependent voltage source with a resistor R in series. This can be transformed into a dependent current source with value Is with a resistor R in parallel. As you know that whenever you apply circuit simplification technique, it won't affect the remaining part of the circuit. Like if you have two resistors in series and if you replace them an equivalent resistor, the remaining circuit remain the same, or if you use delta Y transformation, the remaining part remain the same. In the same way, the source transformation doesn't affect the remaining part of the circuit. When applicable, the source transformation is a powerful technique which allows us to manipulate the circuit to make easy our analysis. However, we should keep the following points while dealing with the source transformation. If you look at the figure, that arrow of the current source is a direction toward the positive terminal of the voltage source, and if you look at the transformation equation, source transformation is not possible when resistance R is equal to 0, which is the case with ideal voltage source. However, in case of non-ideal voltage source, the resistance R is not equal to 0, so the source transformation is applicable. Or in the same way, the ideal current source with resistor of value infinity cannot be replaced by a finite voltage source. Now in the given example, we have to use source transformation to find voltage V0. In the given circuit, we have two sources. One is a 3 ampere independent current source, where another one is 12 volt independent voltage source. Now for circuit simplification, we will transform 3 ampere current source in parallel with a 4 ohm resistor into a 12 volt voltage source in series with a 4 ohm resistor, and as a second step we will replace a 12 volt voltage source in series with a 3 ohm resistor into a 4 ampere current source in parallel with 3 ohm resistor. This transformation is shown in the figure B. And during this transformation, you have to keep aligned the polarity of voltage source with the arrow direction of current source as discussed earlier. Now if you look at the figure 2, the 4 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor are in series, so we will combine them to form a single resistor of 6 ohm. After getting a 6 ohm equivalent resistor, we will again transform the 12 volt voltage source in series with a 6 ohm resistor to a current source. After transforming the 12 volt voltage source into a current source, the circuit is shown in the figure 3. Now we have the circuit in parallel form, where we can combine 6 ohm and 3 ohm resistor to get equivalent resistance of 2 ohm. Also we can combine the 2 ampere and 4 ampere current source to get equivalent of 2 ampere current source, because both are in opposite direction. After this simplification, the resultant circuit is shown in the figure 4. Here we can use current division rule to get the value of current I, which will be of 0.4 ampere, and the voltage V0 will be 8 into current I, will give us the value of 3.2 volt. In another example, for the circuit given in the figure 1, you have to find voltage Vx with the help of source transformation. The given circuit have two independent voltage sources and one voltage controlled dependent current source. Along with independent voltage sources, we will also transform dependent current source. The first step of source transformation will include transformation of 6 volt independent voltage source into a current source of 3 ampere, and the voltage controlled dependent current source will be transformed into a voltage controlled dependent voltage source, and the resultant circuit is shown in the figure 2. Now note down here that the 18 volt voltage source is not transformed into a current source because it is not connected in series with any resistor. Now if you look at, we have two 2 ohm resistors, both are in parallel form, and we will get a resistor of equivalent 1 ohm. which will be in parallel with a 3 ampere current source, and we will apply source transformation and we will get a 3 volt voltage source in series with a 1 ohm resistor. And this transformation is shown in the figure 3. Now we will apply KVL for the circuit given in the figure 3. And the KVL equation will be minus 3 plus 5i plus Vx plus 18 equals 0, or 5i plus Vx plus 15 equal 0. If you look at the figure 3, the terminals across which we have to find Vx are still highlighted. Now if we apply KVL to the loop containing 3 volt voltage source, a 1 ohm resistor, and the terminals having Vx voltage, will give us equation of minus 3 plus 1i plus Vx equals 0, or Vx will be equal to 3 minus I. Substituting this in equation A, we obtain 5i plus Vx plus 15 equals 0, or 5i plus 3 minus I plus 15 equals 0. On simplifying, the current I will be equal to minus 4.5 ampere. Now substituting this in the equation B, we will get Vx equal 7.5 volts. Or alternatively, if we apply KVL to the loop containing a 4 ohm resistor, a voltage controlled dependent voltage source, and the 18 volt voltage source, the loop equation will be minus Vx plus 4i plus Vx plus 18 equals 0, which implies that current will be equal to minus 4.5 amperes, and the voltage Vx will be a gain of 7.5 volts. And thanks for watching this video.